My name's Ellie and I'm the Nightlife Coordinator for Space Ministries, which is a wonderful charity, and at the moment it is celebrating its 10th birthday, which is very exciting. And so as a celebration we are doing a bake-off challenge which lots of people are participating in. I'm not in the competition because I'm a staff member, but I thought that I would bake some brownies. Brownies have been so integral to so many different nightlife projects that we've run over the years. And so I just thought I'd make some today as a celebration of how far we've come and everything that God has done, and just explain a little bit about the ways that we've used them in our different projects. So I hope you enjoyed this experience with me. Let's get cracking. Got some eggs here to crack. So the reason that we use brownies in so many of our ministries is they are such a great opportunity to be able to just bring some joy and just a gift with no agenda to the people that we are wanting to impact and reach. And so in so many different contexts with our different projects like Club Angels or Illuminate Soho, if you know a bit about them, and I'll talk about them a bit later, just being able to go into a club or a nighttime atmosphere, or any atmosphere really, and just offer someone a brownie and say, hello, I've baked this for you, is such a powerful way to be able to just share some love from the offset, and just share that you're there really for no agenda other to love them. And it's just a great little gift, great conversation starter, and great in so many ways. And you know, who doesn't love a brownie? So anyway, gonna crack these eggs and then melt some chocolate and some butter together, get some flour, and that's kind of it really. And so this would have been our routine every time we had a club night, where we were going to do Club Angels in a nightclub, or with our strip club ministry where we visit strip clubs every week. Each time one of our team would spend hours making brownies just to be able to bring something nice into the atmosphere we were going into. Great, well, I've just whisked the eggs that we just cracked with some sugar, which I forgot to mention before, quite an important ingredient in brownies. Then what I'm going to do is just pop these into melt. So we've got some chocolate and some butter here that I'm going to melt, and then we'll get cracking, and then you just mix it all together. So super simple. And yeah, you can do this in so many different contexts. You might not be a nightlife outreach worker, or you could be, and if you'd like more information, please do get in touch. But you could also do this for your neighbours, for your local communities, for your workplace, for wherever, and just it's a great way to be able to bless people no matter what context you're in. Over lockdown I've been baking some cakes for some of my neighbours and they went down a treat, so enjoy baking. I'll just go melt this and I'll see you in a second. Okay, here we go. So I've got my melted chocolate and butter, look at this. Oh, beautiful. We've got our eggs and sugar and our flour, so we literally just mix them all together now. So I'm just going to pop this in here. So one of the contexts that we use brownies for is Club Angels, and that is a ministry where we go into nightclubs across London, and it operates all around the country as well, and we go in and we offer practical support. We support the staff in if there's anyone who's drunk too much or who's lost or just needs a little sit down. We can practically help them get home safely, we can sit with them, all things like that, and we also offer to pray with them. And our mantra is chat, help, listen, care, because we chat, we help people practically, we sit, we're a safe place to listen, and we care for everyone that we come across. And so brownies are such a great part of that, because you know, we can go around to all the staff members, whether they're having a good shift or a bad shift, we can come and just bring them a little smile and you know, say hello. And yeah, they just love getting a little pick-me-up in the middle of their long shifts, or if someone's drunk too much, or is just really in need of a bit of food that might not be available on a night out. Usually we're able to just give them a brownie, give them a pick-me-up, and yeah, it's become such a big part of everything we do. And as we go into the nightclubs, a lot of the staff that know us well are like, where's our brownie? Or sometimes we bake other things, and yeah, it's just such a great way to bring some joy. So now we've got everything mixed together, we're ready to go. So have a look at this beautiful batter, if you can see that. And then we're just going to pour it into our tray, which I've just greased here already, and then pop it in the oven. Super simple. And as I do that, in my attempt to multitask, I will tell you about another context that we use brownies for. We run a strip club outreach ministry called Illuminate Soho, and we go in and we offer chaplaincy, we offer support, pastoral support, emotional support, physical support, spiritual support to people that work in strip clubs. So we're able to go into the breakout areas and the places where the dancers and people that work there are kind of taking a break or getting ready for their shifts, and we go in and we offer support and prayer to the people in there. And again, brownies are a very important part of that ministry because it's so wonderful to be able to go in and bring that little bit of joy and bring a little gift. This is ready to go in the oven now, so I'm going to do that and then I'll see you when they're out. Right, so we've waited about 20 minutes, just over, so I'm just going to take them out the oven, check whether they're done. It can be quite difficult to tell with brownies because they're supposed to be gooey, so they kind of look a bit undercooked when they're ready, but we're going to give it a little test. Let's see. Okay, and yeah, they're looking good. You can see a bit of go on there, but that's going to mean that they're all nice and chewy. So I'm going to let these cool and I'll speak to you later. Hello and welcome back. I have left the brownies overnight to cool just to make sure they're nice and cold, but look at those beautiful crackly tops, so they're definitely nice and cooked. So I'm going to cut them into squares, and which is what we would do for any kind of club night outreach. Normally what we have to do is we have to individually wrap all of the brownies so that then when we go into places they're contained and a bit more hygienic, and also so it's easy to kind of hand them out in a club setting. So I'm sure some of you may have already thought through this video, how are you handing out baked goods in a nightclub? Slightly unconventional, but anyway, that's how we do it. Little cute foil wrapped packages or cling film. Great, so we've moved the brownies out of the way for a minute now. I've laid them on a tray, and I've just here got some butter and some icing sugar that I'm just finishing to mix off together. So mixing them, and then we're going to add some cream cheese in a minute to make cream cheese frosting, which is what a lot of people on Bake Off this year did during their brownie challenge, if any of you did watch that. So hopefully it won't be too sickly on top of the already sweet brownies, but that's what we're going for to make a dance floor topping. So one of the reasons why we love doing these different projects and going into nightclubs and strip clubs and these places with dance floors, which is why we've gone for the dance floor theme, is because there is just so much gold in these places. You know, God is still so present in these places, and we want to demonstrate that by going in and showing people that God is at work there and that He is with people wherever they go. And so it's such a wonderful place to actually bring out the gold and celebrate and worship God. And we love a little dance on a dance floor in a lot of the nightclubs, just to spend some time praying and worshiping and celebrating and recognizing where God is in these places. So as we keep mixing this and then distributing it into these bowls to make some colours, it has been so wonderful to be able to go into these places and, like I say, bring God with us and show people that Jesus is in there, because we've really been able to cultivate a culture of prayer and really bring, you know, kingdom values into these places, like joy and peace, and especially being able to pray with people just really creates that culture and properly brings God into these places. And we've seen such wonderful things, especially in our strip club ministry, where we go in once a week to offer prayer and to chat with people and just to sort of offer some support in whatever ways people need. It's been so wonderful, you know, starting out with just occasionally offering to pray with someone when it was appropriate, to then going in a year later and having people running up to us for prayer, ready with their prayer requests in whatever ways people need. It's been so wonderful to be praying with them each week in different capacities. And, you know, as we've gone in more and more, we've seen a culture of prayer really grow in these places. And, you know, starting out with just occasionally offering to pray with someone when it was appropriate, to then going in a year later and having people running up to us for prayer, ready with their prayer requests, and even so many of them praying themselves at home or in the clubs with us. One time, or a few times actually, we've had prayer circles where everyone's come together and prayed together, and it's just such a part of the culture of the places that we go. And so it's just been really wonderful actually that it's not just about us going and visiting and offering prayer, but it's teaching people that, you know, God is with them as well. So great, we've got 4 bowls of icing. So now for the exciting bit, we're going to add some food colouring. And so I've got a few different selections here, but we're going to go with 4 dance floor kind of colours here. So I'm going to pop those in the bowls and we'll see what kind of colours we can get. We're going to go for a kind of pinky one. So put a few drops of that in. We might have to add some more once we see what colours they turn out as. I've got some yellow here, so we'll give that. It'll probably be about a bit orangey yellow is what we're going to go for. Really, I could use any colours, but these are the 4 that I had. So that's what we're going to do. We've got some green and some blue. So let's pop the blue in as well. Let's mix these up and see what happens. That was not very measured. I'm very into all the measurements during baking because it's very important to make sure we know, you know, all the right amounts, just so that it, you know, rises and whatnot. Bit of a science, but I feel like with decorating, I kind of just wing it, and so there's no promises about exactly how this is going to turn out. But we'll just see what colours this makes. So the pink is turning out in a lovely fashion. Might be a bit pastely. We want some nice vibrant dance floor colours, don't we? So probably add a bit more to that one in a minute, but we'll stop that for now. And then we've got blue. So let's do that one. Here we go. And so while I do this, I want to tell you a little bit about what we've been doing recently with Nightlife, because as you may have gathered if you're watching this live or when we post it, nightclubs are not open right now. In fact, during the whole of lockdown, they've been shut for months and months. And so a lot of the people that we've gotten to know and that we work with and that we support have either been furloughed or out of work or having to find new work for a long time. And so there's been a lot of need and a lot of opportunity to be able to support people, but obviously in a slightly different way. And so we've just been using this as an opportunity to really deepen relationships with those that we are already supporting, the ones that we had contacts for, and the contacts we have at the different venues that we go into. And we've really just been going one-on-one, and we've been offering pastoral support and prayer. We've been posting little encouraging videos online for people to watch, as well as just offering loads of different support. And one of the main things we've been doing is sending out gifts to people. Actually, there's so much power in gift giving, and being able to actually give someone a gift free of charge just to bless them. It can really brighten someone's day. And so we have really enjoyed doing that, and we're so excited as well over Christmas to just continue gift giving and just demonstrating the love of God through giving gifts and ultimately telling them about the greatest gift of all, which is Jesus. Now, we are getting on with the spreading of the icing, which is super, super fun. I personally think that Paul and Prue from Bake Off would be very proud of the results that are happening here. Although I do think that if I were to be on Bake Off, I would not cope with their time limits, because I like to go super slow, and I've definitely taken quite a while doing just the icing. So maybe I'll just stick to baking for fun and for videos like this. So we're almost done. I'm just painting here with some edible silver dust to try and make some disco balls. Don't know if you can see that, but I've created a little disco ball that's silver, so I need to make a few more. Tried to make them using little silver balls, and as you can see, I don't know what that looks like. It didn't work, so we're going for a different approach, which is a bit more subtle, but hopefully people will be able to see the lines that I've created to make it look disco ball-like. So I'll get on with making a few of those, being a little bit creative, and feel free to be creative yourself about what you can do to give gifts and make people feel loved during these times. Your neighbours, your family, your friends, people you work with, wherever it is, or some kind of outreach project. Why not bake a cake or write a card, and just, yeah, share some joy around this time. Hello, we are all finished with the cake, so just wanted to show you the final result of our dance floor made of brownies. Thank you so much for watching. Here is the final result. Just going to give you that angle there to have a little look. We've got some, yeah, disco balls and we'll post a final photo. So thanks so much for watching, and please do go to our website if you'd like any more information. But I have really enjoyed telling you a little bit more about what we do. Bye bye!